Welkom terug hier by Expresso op SABC3. Nou al julle motorentoesiaste, dit is nou hele tyd vanoggend en ons gesels vanoggend oor die Mercedes E-klas Cabriolet en ook die Chevrolet Captiva. En hier om ons meer te vertel oor hierdie twee karre het ons twee kar of motorkenners, die ouens van Overdrive TV.co.za, Gavin en Chiro. So as julle enige opinies het of menings oor hierdie karre, bel vir ons 0839133728 is die nommer en ons wil graag van jou hoor. Chiro, how's it going, brother? You well? Nice. Gavin, morning. You well?
Right, well, let's kick it off with the Mercedes.
Yeah.
The E-Class Cabriolet, or the E250 CGI.
That's an interesting name.
To give it its full name, yeah.
CGI.
Every time people think of CGI, you think computer-generated images, and I think obviously maybe the Germans thought, well, because the thing folds out like a transformer, maybe they thought, well, we're going to call it. But I'm sure it means something technical in German. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The other thing is they're lying. It's not an E250. It should be the E180. It uses a small 1.8 litre engine.
Yeah.
But my feeling is that if they made it the E180 and then asked you for 700,000 of your hard-earned rands, that they probably wouldn't sell one of them. So they've called it the E250, and I don't want the rest of South Africa to go back to sleep. Basically, just a smaller engine, uses a turbocharger, uses a lot less fuel, gives out a lot of power.
So good performance from this car, even though it's
incredible.
250, 180 engine.
Yeah. Incredible. I mean, obviously it's quite a heavy car with all the working mechanics on the roof and the folding roof and that. But yeah, it really does know how to get moving. It manages to be both stately as a Merc should be, and it manages to be very sporty. I think you could probably say it's similar to one of your friend's dads who could probably whip you at squash still, if you chose to. But still,
it's getting on a bit. Just to take you on. Right. Now it's got this Aircap system.
Yeah, tell me about that, because I mean you don't want wind in your hair all the time, do you?
Now the thing is, four-seater convertible. The two people in the front, they're fine. They're totally out of the wind. They've come up with this system. It's got this aerofoil which sort of pushes off the front windscreen, throws all the air right over the car. And we did give this a test. We put Gavin in the back. He's a lot taller and.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah. It felt like there was a roof on the car. Yeah, it's incredible. And I mean, for the advert to demonstrate this, they used a dog in the back seat with its ears flapping around, put the air cap on, the ears stopped flapping. Now, I thought if I owned this car and I owned a dog, I don't own either, there's no way my dog would be sitting in the back seat of my 700,000 rand Merc. But anyway, that's just me. But
Okay, but for the car that you get, is that a good price to pay?
You know, I think so. It comes with a ton of options. I mean, it's got this brilliant command system, which is Merc's infotainment system, the sat-nav, the sound system. It's all top end.
Absolutely, It's everything a Merc should be.
All right, perfect.
It's wonderful.
Exactly. Lovely. Okay, let's move on to the Chevrolet Captiva.
Yes.
It's like an SUV car, yet it looks like a 4x4, yet it's not.
No.
And it's a front-wheel drive, I understand.
Yes, exactly. It's basically the world's biggest hatchback with 7 seats. Now, I've always quite liked the Captiva. This is the midlife sort of facelift edition. I think it looks a bit more handsome as well.
Yeah, it's got creases and dents in all the right places, so it's not going to be the hippest car of all time, but it does look good. It's
a good-looking car.
Yeah, exactly. We only really have two complaints about this car. The first is the steering. You know when you watch old movies and people are driving and they're sort of doing this, but they're going in a straight line? That's what it feels like at highway speeds. It's a bit unnerving, actually.
And my other complaint is it's a manual gearbox, and it's got a wonderful gearbox, got a good feel when you go in. It seems to click into the gate, but then Americans aren't used to making manual cars, so when you go back to second, they've decided to put the storage bin right here. So when you go back to second, you keep bumping your elbow. So you kind of have to drive like that a lot of the time, which is not ideal.
Could it be because you've got like long forearms?
I don't know, Chiro tried as well.
The exact same thing. So based on that, you know, it's a 2.4 litre petrol. It felt a bit sluggish at highway. It's okay around town. We would advise people go for the bigger diesel. It's 100,000 rand more, but you get four-wheel drive. You get an automatic gearbox to save your elbows, and you won't get stuck in anything really.
Because we did miss four-wheel drive. We took it up to Elands Bay and with a bunch of friends, and we got stuck outside the chalet a bit.
He's making it sound very fancy. Wasn't it really a chalet?
It was more of a beach hut, but
Tell me quickly a bit about the seating arrangements in it, because I mean, normally with these cars, you know, it can seat a lot of people, but then the boot space falls away.
It's not terrible with all 7 seats up. And what I like about the third row of seats, you know, 6th and 7th seat, actually you could fit normal-sized people in there, which is great. You know, so it's not just for kids or for small kids. You could probably get, well, I could fit there. So I'll be all right. Yeah.
So you guys like it, but your general opinion? Okay, let's take just a recap of both of these cars.
Alrighty. If you the Captiva, if you want 7 seats, but you want to save half your money and you don't want a big German 7-seater, the Captiva is not terrible at 299,000 rand. It really isn't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And nice for in town and that kind of thing, even though it's
yeah.
like a SUV type of car.
And the Merc's great, it's expensive, just don't tell your friends that it's a 1.8.
All right.
Exactly.
Your favorites, which one? Choose.
I think, oh,
Mercedes-Benz.
yeah, no, I'd go for the Merc, but I'd get a bigger engine in it.
This is more space.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Bigger engine in the Merc.
Lovely. Cheerio, Gavin. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of this.
Thank you very much.
Still on the motoring notes, Kat has something to say.
The other day I had the privilege, the heart-wrenching privilege of driving around the Killarney racetrack in Cape Town with the Stig, and he took us around with the Audi A6. At an alarming, I think at one point he did 180 kilometers around a bend. My heart went from here to here to here and back there again in like 3 seconds, lickety-split. Check out what happened there. One man, one desire. This is me and the Stig 4 Espresso. Gonna be taking this baby around the lap, the new Audi A6. Ben, should I be scared?
You should be. Are you ready? Get your belt on.
Okay.
You got belt to the back?
Everyone's ready.
Okay, let's go.
That would be one small step for Katlego and one giant leap for Espresso. This has been absolutely mind-blowing. I can't stand on my 2 feet right now. I need to recover.